Warning, another Airsoft Glock unboxing incoming. Will all haters of Glocks leave the building immediately? Warning, all Glock haters leave the building immediately. Warning. Today's video is sponsored by Bunker 501. Yes, today's video is powered by Bunker 501, and today is a first. This is the first European-based Airsoft retailer to sponsor a video on the Airsoft Mike YouTube channel, and for that, I'm truly grateful. So let's get to it. Now, judging by the size of this box, I would suggest there's one or two things in there that they've thrown in as a little gift for me. Thank you, really appreciated. However, let's get to what you're really here for. The brand new, officially licensed Glock 19X, OEM'd by VFC. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Would you look at that color scheme? Okay, so let me just get the pistol out, put that to one side for a second, because there's something else in this box I was not expecting. Would you look at this? What a beautiful, substantial patch. And it's in the same color scheme as the pistol itself. Nice. And of course, you've got your user manual. And again, I've said this before with the other official Glocks in Airsoft from UMAREX/Elite Force, the user manuals are just far superior to what I'm used to in Airsoft, and I'm sure you can agree. Anything else? Any more for any more? Oh, yep. An Allen key. Right, let's get it out. Oh, would you look at that? Absolutely loving the color scheme, the contrast between the slide and the lower frame. Very close to the real thing, and I wouldn't expect anything else. After all, as you know, it's blessed by Glock themselves. I've got to admit straight away, in terms of how this looks compared to the unofficial one I did not too long ago, this wins hands down in the actual finish. Needless to say, because it has the real steel trades too. So let's take a look at those then. Let's start from this side. So down there on the grip, you've got your Glock logo. Take a look at the rear sight. On the left hand side, you can see a little Glock logo, and on the right, you can see the markings for the MH3. Now, although it says MH3, these are not actually tritium sights. But we'll go into that a little later. And then if I bring your attention to that front sight, look, you've even got the logo on the top of your front sight. But then look at the front. The attention to detail on this thing is awesome. You've even got your markings right there. So if I draw your attention to the slide, more of your Glock branding, you got your serial numbers right there, and then of course if you look on the top, you've got your caliber markings, more Glock branding. What else have we got? Well, let's just go to the other side, and there's all your big and bold very recognizable Glock branding, and of course the model of the pistol, the country where Glock themselves originated from, and you got your caliber markings right there. Now, I don't need to go into every minute detail because you've seen it all before. However, with your eagle eyes, you may have seen another marking on the side of the front sight and on the rear sight. But of course, the thing that gives it away as an airsoft pistol is right here on the lower rail. This is where it gives it away fully that it's an airsoft pistol. And then of course you've got your little metal plate there with your serial number. And of course I'll get to the markings on the mag when I'm showing you the features of the said mag. Now, as I've mentioned before, many people refer to this as a Gen 5. Yes, it has the characteristics of a Gen 5 and a Gen 4, but it's in a class, or should I say classification, of its own. It's a 19X. It's sort of like a pimped up Glock 19. And the reason why I say that, and let's get into the features right here, unlike your standard Glocks, you've got your slide, catch and release on both sides. And just like the Gen 5 Glock 19 itself, the lower frame, especially down here, is pretty much the same size as your Glock 17. So you've more or less got the frame of a Glock 17, but maintaining that more compact Glock 19 slide. And again, I love how they have paid attention to detail. Look at the front of the slide and the lower frame. Beveled off, just like the real thing. Now, allegedly, when you have a slide and lower frame beveled off like that, so sort of cornered off, rounded off, it makes for easier holstering. Nice. Now, you know what else I love about this Airsoft officially licensed Glock? The hop-up adjustment no longer requires you to remove the slide. Now, I will remove the slide so you can have a little look. In fact, you know what? Let's do that right now just to show you what I mean. So naturally we drop the mag, and I'll show you the mag in a moment. Another thing that I love about this official version. Okay, it's nice and clear now. I did all of these checks before. I just like to do it again on camera so that you get used to doing the same thing. So let's get that slide off. Now look, can you see what's missing? No hop-up adjustment wheel there at all. But take a look at the quality, the build of the internals of this slide. Absolutely loving the dual spring system right there. Let's have a quick look at the lower frame and the internals right there. Do you know, it always fascinates me at how sparse or how very little there is to a lower frame of a pistol, even with the real ones. Look at that. And right here is where you adjust your hop-up. And the great thing about this model is that you get some very nice, loud, crisp, audible clicks. Double nice. So as you may or may not already know, everything about this bad boy is ambidextrous, so you can swap out your magazine catch or mag release to the other side. And of course, naturally, your takedown levers will be on both sides. Already spoken about your slide lock and release. And of course, this Glock wouldn't be a Glock without that famous safety mechanism in the center of the trigger. If you're not engaging the entire trigger, your Glock will not fire. Now, another thing that sets this apart from your standard Glock 19, the Gen 5 version, is that you have this extra lip right here. Now, in the real world, that would prevent you from using the Gen 5 Glock 19 mags in this 19X. And just like its real counterpart, you've got your lanyard accessory, which is removable. Now, don't get me started on the mag. I absolutely love that they've matched the color scheme of the mag with your Glock 19X.
Just like the real thing.
Now, as with my other officially licensed Glocks from UMAREX/Elite Force, I like that you can't see the magazine valve on the base. You have to slide this down to fill it with gas. And to get this base off, you just pull down that little black tab here and push down. Okay. let's make sure this bad boy works. Ooh, she kicks nice. Now, let's see what we get on the chrono. 315, 315.9, 312.3, 311.7, 310, 308.8, 307.6, one more, 308.2. That is nice. Now, I know you can get the unofficial ones that will probably give you about 340, but having been in this airsoft game for about 3 or 4 years now, one thing I have learnt is that FPS power is not the be-all and end-all. Yes, you can get more powerful pistols, but of much lower quality and inferior gas efficiency. And the build quality of this is far superior than the other brand that likes to make these type of pistols. Okay, so what about gas efficiency? Well, I'm going to do a quick accuracy test and then I'm going to see how many rounds you can get out of one mag full of gas. Now, the kind people over there at Bunker 501 sent me quite a few free targets so that I can do some of my shooting tests with. However, they're really small. Look, that's how small it is. And I guess it's kind of good in a way because it gives you an idea the size of this huge target system here and the size of that target compared to my usual targets that I use. So if you can imagine, that entire target right there is pretty much the same size or just slightly bigger than the center 10 and 9 circle combined. So about that, just outside it maybe, is the size of this. Now come on! You can't say fairer than that, stock out of the box. So that's, yeah, about 4 centimeters between that shot and that shot. Now to put that into perspective, remember I was saying that entire target there was pretty much the same size of maybe the 10 and 9 circle combined right there. That would mean every single shot on this target would have been all within that yellow section, and at least, what, 1, 2 or 3 of the shots would have landed in that center circle.
Alright then, maybe not 3, but 2. Definitely 2.
Okay, I've got 22 rounds in the mag. It's full of gas, green gas to be precise. I'm not going to refill it with gas, but I will keep refilling it with BBs until the gas is no more. Let's do this.
Now, just so this video doesn't go on for too long, I continued this test off camera, but trust me when I say, this was able to fire 100, yes, 100 BBs before I had to refill it with gas. That's approximately 4.5 magazines worth of BBs. Now that's what I call gas efficiency. Nice, don't try that at home. So what are my initial thoughts on this brand new UMAREX officially licensed, OEM'd by VFC, Glock 19X, the Airsoft version? Well, let me start with the cons first. A couple of things I don't like and then I'll tell you what I absolutely love. One thing I don't like about this model, it didn't come with any extra back straps. Now, I don't know if that's payback for the first batch of officially licensed Glocks, where the European market all got back straps, but the American market didn't. Maybe the tables will turn this time around, so we get no back straps over here, but you might get some over there. Nice. But then again, you might not. Anyway, the other thing I wasn't too happy about, I wish on these sights they could have just gone all the way and even just put some glow-in-the-dark sights or something instead of just the white dots. But hey-ho, it is what it is. However, what do I love about this thing? I'm loving the gas efficiency. It is amazing. As I said, 4.5 magazines worth of BBs before you have to fill it up with gas again. And don't get me started on that gorgeous coyote and that tan look about it. Absolutely loving that, yes. And can I just say, absolutely loving that you can now adjust the hop up from the front. And it's a nice little touch that you get that large PVC patch in the box. Maybe that's just making up for no back straps, I don't know. But anyway, I absolutely love this. A huge thank you once again to Bunker 501 for sending this out to me. If you want to pick yourself up one of these official Glocks, head down to the video description where you will see a direct link at Bunker 501 where they have an array of different airsoft weapons, gear, accessories, all sorts of good stuff. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Wait, I think that's most of you gone. Good. Right, so for those of you who are still watching, I didn't want to do this in the main part of the video because I don't know how it would go down with the actual official makers of the Glock, okay? I'm going to compare the looks between the official Glock 19X and the other one by the other company. Right, so let's quickly do this. Look, one's the official Glock 19X and the other one isn't. Can you see the differences so far? Hold on. Now look, how I'm going to do this is the official one by UMAREX / Elite Force / VFC / Glock themselves will always be in my left hand, okay? The pistol closest to the official patch. And the other one made by that other company that I can't mention because it's a sponsored video for this bad boy will be on this side. Right, okay, so can you see straight away the color differences? Right, so let me hold them like this so you're seeing them sort of like for like. And look here, look, on the unofficial one you can see they haven't quite got the sight right. Look, the rear sight is not how the 19X should be. However, on the official one it's exactly how the rear sight should be. Let's have a quick look at the front sight. There, look, the official one, they've got the sight right, but not so much on the unofficial one. And there, of course, you can see the differences between the two mag bases. You can even see there's a difference between that little lip on the front of the magwell on the official one and the unofficial one. The official one is correct to scale and size. The unofficial one, not so much. And one more thing I wish to show you. The unofficial one, at this angle, you can see the inner barrel. On the official one, look how they've designed that. It makes it look even more realistic. You can't even see the inner barrel at that angle. Even when I turn it towards the camera, look, you only just about see that inner barrel. There you go. Got the light shining on it right there. Ah, the black inner barrel. Now that's awesome.